La Clemenza di Tito, we witness an emperor, Titus, who is confronted with two big challenges as a leader, as an emperor, as the new emperor. First one is heartbreaking because he is in love with a woman, Berenice. We never see her in the opera, but she is spoken about a lot. She is the love of Titus' life, his big passion, but she is Palestinian. And she is not accepted by the Roman people. They cannot accept that a foreigner will be the new Empress of Rome. Titus wants to do the best for the Roman Empire. And he thinks that this is the only way to do it, whatever it costs. So it's a huge sacrifice as a leader of a country that you do by giving up the love of your life. He is pushed even further when he discovers that his best friend, Sesto, has plans or even tried to kill him. So not only to kill him as his best friend, but to kill the emperor. And then we have this great invention of Mozart, that he gives Tito the time to reflect on this. And we see him surrounded by his advisors during a long night. They talk together, they reflect. He is, of course, torn apart by anger, by frustration, by even an urge for revenge on Sesto. He wants him to be dead. But at the end of that long night, he comes to a very surprising decision, namely to give clemency, to forgive. I consider this opera not as an opera from the times of Mozart, referring to a very old story of the Roman Empire, but as a contemporary opera of leadership today. It gives you food for thought what leadership today could mean. And I think in these days, also today, where we are threatened or feel threatened, but are also threatened within the theaters like the Bataclan in Paris, on the street, in schools, people can just show up and kill you for religious reasons or nationalistic reasons or whatever reason. We live in a society that's threatened by fear. And I think Mozart shows us a way not to be threatened by fear, but to find a way out, a more hopeful way towards the future. What should we do in the 21st century, where it started very dark with the attacks in 9/11 in New York. We have the attacks in Madrid, we have the attacks in London, in Paris. We have 2 attacks now. We have a huge flood of immigrants. Countries are talking about closing up their borders again, while we should perhaps open up, because deep down, we are all immigrants, I think, in the world. So, nobody is just rooted in one country. And I think Mozart, in this opera, gives us a lot of time to reflect on all these very contemporary themes.